Alrighty, so here we are at the reviewing area, and here is both Optimus and Wing Saber. I got Wing Saber in his vehicle mode because I think the easier way for him to combine with him is to go from vehicle mode for me to the super mode, which is much easier for me. And as you can see, for Optimus, I got his feet, his super mode feet transformed, and I got these on, and his super mode head on. We're ready to go. Which is what you needed to do for this figure when you're combining with him. Okay, so now let's get started. So we're just basically gonna get Wing Saber transformed. We're not gonna need Optimus here. The only things you need to do for him is transform his head to a super mode and transform his feet and attach these things on the back of his legs. And that's basically it. Now for Wing Saber, to get him ready, we're going to take these guns and remove them and set them off to the side. And take the front of the jet, untap it, and bring it all the way back until it's like this. Now we're going to take these things, untap them, the missiles, and swing them out like this. Because if you remembered from my Wing Saber video, these do swing out for the combination of him and Optimus Prime. Now we're going to take his arms here, untap them from here, and bring them up and straighten them out so they're like this. And what I like to do with these is rotate them up so that the wheels are facing to the top, like this. Now, we're going to take what was Wing Saber's chest here and untap it and extend it all the way out on multiple joints here and bring it up. And that's all you needed to do. So now we're going to bring Optimus back in, because now what we're going to do with him is going to his feet here and I think you do need to bring these guns up here. Like this. Because these things, I accidentally grabbed the wrong one. It's this one for this leg. Because we're going to take these, and these are going to attach to this clip onto onto these blue tabs here. And when you're attaching these, I think you need to make sure that you need to get the ones with the tabs facing up, not facing down, so that it attaches in the correct order. Yes. So you just attach them here, just like that. And you can leave these up, or you can leave them down. And these tabs do go into these holes here. So you can have that. I think that is how you're supposed to do it. Which is what I like to do. And it still does look cool. Or I should say, looks a lot better. And then you do the same thing here. Like that. And like I said, this is something I like to do. Like, attach these pegs into these things here. So that way, I think these help make these guns more secured in place. And that's that. Now, we're going to take Wing Saber here, and on the back, we're going to attach him to Optimus into, if I can get the camera here, into this yellow tab, into this slot here, and these white things are going to go into these things here. Like that. And he is about to be back heavy, but we can fix that. And he does have massive combined mode feet, so it's like no worries. So once Wing Saber is attached on the back, we're now going to take this and just bring it all the way down like this, while also making sure the back is tapped in really good. And the last thing to do is on his chest, his new chest here, take the yellow and white things on his chest with the Autobot symbol and split them apart and slide them out, and they will lock into place. And now I'm trying to get them all situated. There we go. Well. The ratchets on Optimus's legs, they're not really weak. At least on mine, at least on mine, they're kind of a little weak, but it might be just on my copy. But if this is like a widespread thing, let me know in the comments section below. But it might be just on my figure. But he still does stand up and support the weight for no problems in his normal mode and Sonic Wing mode, because he has like massive feeds on him to help support the weight. But here he is. Well, here is Sonic Wing mode here. And this does look great or amazing to me. It does like have that like Japanese anime robot look to it, and because this was this line from Transformers Cybertron was first made in Japan, called Galaxy Force, and brought over to America as Transformers Cybertron. And it also kind of has that like mixture of Gundam and Super. I was about to say Super Sentai, but not really Super Sentai. But I meant to say like the other Japanese Transformers animes, like the ones from Master Force, Victory, and Zone. Those ones that came out before the Unicron trilogy figures. Like these guys. And like I said, this mode does look amazing all around. And I even do like the extra wingspan that he has. And I do like how the chest does, the chest on Wing Saber splits open to make it even more cooler. And he does have little Gatling guns for shoulders, which was from Wing Saber's hand, formed from Wing Saber's hands, which are now shoulder cannons. And on his feet, he does have extra guns on him. And like I said, if you want to have a more firepower, you can attach, and there you can see he's about to lean back. If you want to give him more firepower, you can bring these up. And he has more guns on him. And that does look really cool. And I'm going to try and... I'm going to have to move this wing out of the way so I can show y'all the side here. And like I said, even though this one on mine does lean back a little, he still does support the weight because of like these things here, like these gun things attached on the back of his legs. Because I think without these, he will fall back. And because he does have like a massive like backpack kibble on him, but he does support the weight of it. And going to the back, which is basically Wing Saber's back here. And the other side. I am going to try and gonna try and, you know, there we go. And I'm not gonna go through the whole articulation, because the articulation is Optimus's articulation. Nothing really new. It's the same articulation as Optimus's articulation from both of his modes. Except what I'm noticing here. Okay. I just noticed something. When he's in Sonic Wing mode, his legs only move about, if I can adjust the camera here. When he's in Sonic Wing mode, his legs, they do move forward and back still, but if you move them forward, you're only going to have them move forward about there. And not all the way up. I mean, you can if you want to, but if you want to do that, you will have to untap the chest. But for back, if you want to move the legs back, you do end up hitting these things, which you can move them out of the way to give his legs more range back, but not so much forward, unless if you untap the chest here. And you can still activate the Cyber Key gimmick on Wing Saber's gimmick. To give him even more firepower. So you can have that right there. And you can adjust these cannons however you want, because these are Wing Saber's arms. Like, I'm going to have to remove this and collapse this. There we go. There we go. But as I was saying, you can adjust these however you want, because these are Wing Saber's arms. Like you can either have them like this, or you can even have them like this. However you want. There's a number of playabilities you have for these cannons here. And you can use Wing Saber's swords, which are, of course, these. And if you want to know how these attach, because these do come apart from this peg and this hole, and if you want to know how these are stored in Wing Saber's modes, robot mode and jet mode, go watch my Wing Saber video of where I show you how both of these store in both modes. But to have them hold these, now I do have an issue on mine. It could be just on my figure as well, but I gotta show you this. It wasn't for Wing Saber. It was for when you get him in the Sonic Wing mode. But when I was looking at the handles, I noticed something kind of off. You see, these pegs is where you would attach in the hands of Optimuses, where, to show you how they look. Yeah, he is leaning back again. But the way they attach is, of course, from this tab and that hole there. I think it is kind of a pain to do, but once you get the hang of it, you're good. I'm just gonna have him hold it without trying to tap them in. But there he is with, if I can get him to straighten out. But there he is with one of his swords, which I gotta say, I am gonna have to say, in the cartoon, they look amazing in the cartoon. But here in toy form, you can see I mean, they do look cool, but I wish the blades were a bit longer. Because as you can see here, if you have them in Optimus's hands, they kind of look like little plastic butter knives to me. In other words, I wish the blades here for the swords is a bit longer to make it look like it's a sword. But that's just. But that's like my opinion. But what I was also going to say is the problems I have with these is the tabs here, this peg here is facing this way, which means it goes in this hand. But the other one here also has a tab that's facing this way that goes in this hand. Which this is one of these tabs is supposed to be facing the other way, so that way the swords can be attached in both of his hands. And this could be on my copy as well, because as you can see, I got two pegs that's facing this way that only fits in this hand, but not this hand here. That this could be on my copy as well. But the one of these which has the tabs facing this way, I did test it out to see how it would look in this hand, and it does still fit in his hand. To show you here, yeah, it still does fit well in his hand, even though the tab is facing this way, where it's supposed to be facing this way on one of these, so that way they're more secure. They still fit in this hand really good, even though, like I said, I wish these blades of the swords would be a bit longer compared to what they are here, which kind of look like I said, little plastic butter knives. And let's go ahead and get him in his... Go ahead and get this in his other hand. Okay. And I'll go ahead and do the final thoughts here without cutting the camera and jumping to the final thoughts, because I know he's not going to fit on the little turning table, because I know he will fall over. Okay. And that is it. So there you have the combined form of Optimus and Wing Saber to make Sonic Wing mode. Overall, this mode does look amazing. When you have these two figures combined together, it does look amazing. Because it does have that Japanese anime robot look to it. And also like that Gundam look and the other Japanese Transformers animes like Master Force, Victory, and Zone that came out before the Unicron trilogy figures, like these two are from. And even though he does lean back some, which, like I said, could be on my figure, he still does support the weight really good, because the guns on his feet here really does help him support the weight. Really good, because I think without those, he will definitely fall over. And my only complaint is I wish the swords were a bit longer, because as they are here in toy form, they kind of look like little plastic butter knives. Because in the show, they do look really cool. But here in toy form, nah. And the pegs on the handles on mine has two pegs that face this way where they can only fit on this hand and not this hand. Which I wish I had one that has one peg of the handle facing this way and the other facing this way. So that way they have a secure fit in both of his hands. But as you saw, I did test it on this hand to see if one of these can fit in this hand, and it does. And that's basically it. Just looks really amazing in this mode. Now, he does, Optimus does have another mode where you can combine him with Leo Breaker to make Savage Claw mode, and we will get to that eventually another time. I don't know when, but for now, the review is on Sonic Wing mode here. So that is it. So just wanted to say thank y'all for coming to the channel and subscribing to the channel, and watching also helps me and the channel grow as well. So go subscribe if you haven't already. And of course, like and comment as well. And don't forget to check out my playlists. And this will be in the Unicron Trilogy playlist. And of course, my shirts with my logo is in the link description below for y'all to buy one of my shirts in colors and sizes. And that is it. So, thanks for watching.